you're new to saltwater trolling in Florida, this video is for you. I'm going to break down step by step how to troll offshore to catch mahi, tuna, kingfish, wahoo, and more. In this video, we're covering the 5 most important things every beginner needs to know: gear, lures, speed, your trolling spread, and the most common mistakes to avoid. My name's Dylan, and without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright, let's start with gear. And if you're anything like me, you don't want to spend a fortune just to get started offshore. I always say save money on the rod and put it toward a better reel. For trolling, I fish conventional setups, usually 4 rods max. My go-to reels, the Shimano Torium and the Penn Squall. They're tough, reliable, and don't break the bank. Now, if you've got a bigger budget and want to go all in, the Penn International is an absolute tank. But for most beginners, the Torium or Squall will do everything you need. I recommend spooling your reels with 40-pound braid. It's strong, gives you a ton of line capacity, and it's super sensitive, which is perfect for feeling what's going on behind the boat. On top of that braid, run a 50-foot top shot of 30 to 40-pound mono, depending on what you're targeting. Then finish it off with 15 feet of fluorocarbon. That's your stealth section. You don't need more than 15 feet of fluoro. It's expensive, and honestly, it's not necessary. Now, a big mistake I see from beginners is skipping the top shot and going straight braid to fluoro or to the lure. The problem is, braid has no stretch. So when a fish hits hard and runs, if your drag's not set just right, that braid can snap, or worse, you'll pull the hook right out of the fish's mouth. That mono stretch in your top shot acts like a shock absorber. Now that you've got your gear dialed in, let's talk about what to put in the water, my top trolling lures, and how to run them. And if you guys want any of this gear, we're gonna have it linked all in the description down below. Now let's talk lures. What should you actually troll offshore in Florida to catch mahi, tuna, kings, and even wahoo? I keep it simple with just a few lures that flat out catch fish. You don't need 20 different setups. Here's what I rely on every fishing trip. First up, a squid feather. They're small, flashy, and absolutely deadly on tuna and mahi. Then I've got chuggers. They push a ton of water and are great for catching big fish. And finally, the real MVP, the sea witch. This lure is hands down the best all-around trolling bait I've ever used. When you pair it with a bonita strip, the combo is lights out offshore. Now, the sea witch really shines when you run it behind a planer, and we'll break that setup down in a future video. But for now, we're keeping it simple. Once you get comfortable with basic top line trolling and want to upgrade your spread, adding a planer is the next big step. Now, we troll all of our lures at around 7 to 9 knots. That's the sweet spot to target mahi, tuna, kingfish, and more. You don't need to overthink it. And look, one thing I see beginners do all the time is throw massive lures thinking they're going to catch massive fish. But that's just not how it works offshore. We've caught mahi, wahoo, and even sailfish on tiny 3-inch squids. Small lures get crushed. Keep it simple when you're trolling offshore. And if you're chasing tuna, especially blackfin tuna, go check out the BarJacks tuna lure. It's a small feather rig designed to mimic a bait ball, and we've caught so many tuna on this lure, it's unreal. And what makes this lure so special is that you can catch 3 fish all at once. Before we wrap it up, here are a couple common beginner mistakes I see all the time, and they'll absolutely cost you fish if you're not careful. Mistake number 1. Trolling against the current. Trolling against the current might seem like no big deal, but you're fighting the natural flow, and your baits won't swim right. Always troll with the current or across it so your lures swim properly and stay in the strike zone so you can land more fish. Mistake number 2, blind trolling. So many people just throw their lures out and start driving without any plan. That's called blind trolling, and it rarely works. You want to troll over structure, reefs, ledges, weed lines, or even near cargo ships, anywhere bait is holding. And mistake number 3, ignoring the sonar. Your sonar is everything offshore. If you mark a bait ball or a big school of fish, you need to work that area hard. Don't just cruise right past it. I've seen guys blow right over active fish because they weren't paying attention to their screen. watch your sonar, and if something lights up, work that area. If you avoid those mistakes and stick to the basics, you're gonna catch fish. Alright, now you've got everything you need to start trolling offshore in Florida. We covered the gear, the lures, the speed, the top mistakes, and even gave you a few tips to help you hook up on your first trip. We hope you guys enjoyed this tackle video, and we'll see you in the next BarJacks tackle video.